Semsi Pasha Mosque. Architecture. The complex stands on a roughly rectangular site, aligned east-west with the Bosphorus shoreline. The square, single-domed mosque abuts the coast at an angle, with the adjoining mausoleum of the donor projecting towards the waterfront. The garden, which overlooks the Bosphorus, is surrounded on two sides by the madrasa, with the mosque on the third side and the seawall on the fourth. The mosque itself is unusual, in that the tomb of Semsi Ahmet is joined to the main building, divided from the interior by a grille. The chamber is crowned by a mirror vault, at the height of the prayer hall drum. It has 3 casement windows, facing the Bosphorus and 9 upper windows on 3 walls, adorned with colored glass. Surrounding the mosque is a larger complex, situated on the coast of Iskender, also built by court architect Sinan, near the Semsi Pasha Palace. In 1940, an extensive restoration project was undertaken by the General Directorate of Religious Endowments, supervised by architect Shriya Yusel. The square, single-domed mosque abuts the coast at an angle, with the adjoining tomb of the donor projecting towards the waterfront. Its precinct is enclosed by an L-shaped madrasa to the west and south, and a seawall with grille windows to the north, giving the impression that one is in a picture gallery, looking at framed Bosphorus seascapes. The complex has 2 gates, one facing the land, and the other facing the sea. The land gate opens to a private walled cemetery, which occupies the eastern precinct, behind the mosque's Qibla wall, which has become a burial site for generations of Semsi Pasha. A gate along the sea wall opens into the precinct courtyard, which is shared by the mosque and the madrasa. A secondary gate along the cemetery wall to the east also leads to this courtyard via a narrow passage. The mosque portico, which envelops the prayer hall to the northwest and southwest, is faced across the courtyard with the madrasa arcade, at a smaller scale. Both the portico and arcade are covered by shed roofs and have pointed arches, carried on columns with diamond-cut capitals. The mosque portico was rebuilt during the 1940 restoration. A single minaret with a single balcony rises above it, adjoining the southwest corner of the prayer hall. Entered through a marble portal on its northwest wall, the prayer hall is surmounted by a single dome, which measures about 8 meters in diameter. The transition to the dome is achieved with 4 squinches over an octagonal drum, pierced with 4 arched windows. The prayer hall has 9 casement windows, 2 on each wall with an additional window on the southeast wall. Each casement is topped by an arched window with a different colored glass composition, and a circular window is placed above the mihrab. The simple marble mihrab has a mukhannas hood. Mukhannas carvings were also used to highlight the springing of the squinch arches. The wooden minbar is a modern replacement. The mausoleum is attached to the prayer hall. It is entered from the outside from northwest, but opens into the prayer hall with a grilled archway. The chamber is crowned by a mirror vault at the height of the prayer hall drum. It has 3 casement windows, facing the Bosphorus and 9 upper windows on 3 walls, adorned with colored glass. Decoration is limited to the stalactite carvings of the portal, and painted floral and geometrical motifs on the mirror vault. Although its portal inscription was lost, inscription plaques over the archway in the prayer hall were preserved. The tomb, like the mosque and the complex, are made of cut stone. The L-shaped madrasa has 12 domed cells and a large classroom, all fronted by an arcade, whose shared roof is carried by 19 columns. Cells are placed all in a row, except at the northern end, where a single cell encloses the arcade before the sea wall. The classroom, which is 7 meters squared, occupies the center of the western wing, and projects beyond the madrasa wall. It is surmounted by a dome, carried on squinches and raised on an octagonal drum. There are 6 windows on 3 of the classroom's walls, leaving the western wall for a furnace and 2 shelving niches. Each madrasa cell has 2 windows, a furnace and 1 or 2 shelving niches. The arcade was enlarged following the restoration, and the madrasa was refurnished to house a library, with the classroom used as the reading room. An additional room with privy cells is attached at the end of the southern wing.